Hello students, welcome to this ninth lecture of the kinetic theory of gases and radiation. Now students, in the last lecture we have discussed about the Wien's displacement law. It's a statement, then it's a mathematical derivation, then we have seen it's a standard value. And the same we have learned about the Stefan-Boltzmann's law. It's a statement and it's a mathematical expression and the standard value. But for your sake of your understanding, we will just understand one more time the Stefan-Boltzmann law of radiation. Now students, for sake of your understanding, we will just revise the entire Stefan-Boltzmann's law of radiation. So the statement and the mathematical expression for the Stefan-Boltzmann law of radiation you are able to see on your screen now. Now we have already discussed that the temperature dependence of the thermal radiation is emitted per unit time by the black body. Means students, a particular radiant energy is incident over the particular that's cross-sectional area. Then how does the temperature is dependence on that? What will be happen in the case when the temperature will be increases in that definite interval of time, and what will be the effect will be there if the definite amount of temperature will be decreases, and how does the black body will affect that whether it will radiate the more amount of energy or it will just emit the less amount or the lower amount of energy. So out of that, how does the temperature dependence will be occur there, we have seen about that. Now in this case, in 1879, Joseph Stephen proposed an empirical relation between the rate at which the heat is radiated. Means empirical relation means there are the few terms in which their interrelation has been given in between them. That is called as the empirical relation. So Sir Joseph Stephen has given the empirical relation between the rate at which the heat is radiated from the unit area of perfect black body and it's a temperature T. Now based on the experimental observations, means he has performed the experiment and from its observations he has given those law and its observation and the conclusions. Now after that he has studied the 5 years for that over that, then the Boltzmann has derived the relation using the thermodynamics, means thermodynamics that already we have learned. Now the Stefan-Boltzmann law, according to this law, the rate of emission of radiant energy per unit area or the power radiated per unit area of a perfect black body is directly proportional to the fourth power of its absolute temperature. I will repeat the law once again. The power radiated per unit area of the perfect black body is directly proportional to the fourth power of its absolute temperature, and this law may be mathematically given as the R is directly proportional to the T raised to 4. Your R is nothing but the emissive power of the black body per unit area is directly proportional to the fourth power of the absolute temperature as per the law stated by the Stefan Boltzmann. So the R will be directly proportional to the fourth power of the absolute temperature, that is T raised to 4. Now if we have to remove just proportionality sign, then it will be as, so R will be is equal to sigma into T raised to 4. So the students, as we have learned that the R is equal to, that is the emissive power is equal to sigma into fourth power of the absolute temperature. So we just need to know what mean by the sigma. So the sigma is the Stephan's constant, and which is equal to 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 joule per meter raised to minus 2, second raised to minus 1 and Kelvin raised to minus 4. Or you can write it in a way that the Weber meter raised to minus 2, Kelvin raised to minus 4. So these are the two units you just have to keep in your mind. So how in which term they will be asked in the exam, we will just discuss about it. So they may be giving you the 4 options, and out of that the value of Stephen Boltzmann constant sigma will be 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So they may give the variation in the power, value of power, that is minus 8, and after that they may ask the question related to the its a unit, as we have seen. So there is a maximum chances that they may be make some variation in the unit, and they will put front of you in the options. So likewise you have to select the option. The first possibility that they may ask that value of sigma 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 joule per meter square second Kelvin raised to 4. So this is the first possibility. If I want to take this meter, second and Kelvin in the denominator, then all the powers regarding that belongs to meter, second and Kelvin will be in the denominator. It will be positive if we just keep this value in denominator. And if I want to take these values of denominator into the numerator, then the values will be joule meter raised to minus 2, second raised to minus 1, Kelvin raised to minus 4. So this is the second possibility that the question may be asked in the exam. After that, in the second unit, in terms of Weber meter raised to minus 2, Kelvin raised to minus 4. So this is the second unit that they have given of the sigma, that is Stephen Boltzmann constant. Now if the meter raised to minus 2 and the Kelvin raised to minus 4 will be in the denominator, then the value belongs to meter and the Kelvin will be in positive. So the unit may be Weber per meter square Kelvin raised to 4. So this is the third possibility that they have asked, they have made the variations in the value and they may ask you. So you have to keep these values along with the units in the very accuracy. So, and the dimensions for the sigma are L raised to 0, M raised to 1, T raised to minus 3, K raised to minus 4. So there is the possibility that they may ask you for the dimensions also. Now, thus the power radiated by the perfect black body depends only on its temperature and not on any other characteristics such as color, materials, nature of surface. So it is directly dependent only and only over the temperature. Now, if Q is the amount of radiant energy emitted in time t by perfect black body of a surface area A at a temperature T, then Q by AT is equal to sigma T raised to 4. Now we have learned that, so in a way, if Q is the amount of radiant energy emitted in time t by the perfect black body of a surface area A at the temperature T, then the Q by AT, that Q is the amount of radiant energy emitted upon A is the area of that cross section, that you can consider the area over which or from which the heat radiation has been emitted, into that T is the time for which it has emitted, will be equal to sigma into T raised to 4. So as we know that the sigma is the Stephen Boltzmann constant and the T is the absolute temperature and it's a fourth power. So it will be the Q by AT is equal to sigma into T raised to 4. Now for a body which is not a black body, the energy radiated per unit area per unit time is still proportional to the fourth power of the temperature, but is less than for the black body, for ordinary body. So it will be R is equal to, that is the emissive power is equal to E into sigma into T raised to 4. E is your emissivity, sigma is your Stephen Boltzmann constant, and T is the absolute temperature for which the perfect black body is emitting the radiant energy, heat energy, and it's a fourth power. So R is equal to E into sigma into T raised to 4, where E is the emissivity of the surface as we have already discussed. Now if if the perfect black body having the absolute temperature T is kept in surrounding which is at the lower absolute temperature T0, then the energy radiated per unit area per unit time will be equal to sigma into T raised to minus 4. Now energy absorbed from the surrounding per unit area per unit time will be sigma T0 raised to 4. Now as we have considered that the lower absolute temperature is our T0 and the T means the absolute temperature kept in the surrounding. Thus, the energy absorbed from the surrounding per unit area per unit time will be equal to sigma into T0 raised to 4. Now, therefore, the net loss of energy by perfect black body per unit area per unit time is equal to sigma T raised to 4 minus sigma T0 raised to 4 will be equal to, we can take the sigma in common, to the sigma into bracket T raised to 4 minus T0 raised to 4. Now for an ordinary body, net loss of energy per unit area per unit time is equal to E into sigma into bracket T raised to 4 minus T0 raised to 4. On other hand, if the body is at a temperature lower than the surrounding, that is T, that is your absolute temperature will be less than the lower absolute temperature, that the T0 will be greater than the T, then the E that is small e into sigma into bracket T0 raised to 4 minus T raised to 4 will be then net again in thermal energy of the body per unit area per unit time. So these are the few cases that we have seen how they are varying. Now since the loss or gain of energy per unit area per unit time is proportional to the fourth power of absolute temperature, this law is very significant in deciding the thermal equilibrium of physical systems. Thus, if the absolute temperature of the body is doubled, then the power radiated will increase by a factor 2 raised to 4, means the fourth power of the 2 will be the 16. Or if a body radiates with the some rate at the room temperature 300 Kelvin, the rate will double even if we increase the temperature of body by 57 degrees Celsius. So this is also fact that you have to take into consideration. So students, whenever the Stephan-Boltzmann law will be asked in your exam, then you have first of all you have to state the law as the power radiated per unit area of a perfect body is directly proportional to the fourth power of its absolute temperature, means it will be R is directly proportional to the T raised to 4. Then you have to introduce the proportionality constant, that is sigma. R is equal to sigma into T raised to 4. Then you have to write the value of sigma, that is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 joule per meter second Kelvin, or meter square second Kelvin raised to 4. Then you can write in terms of Weber also. Then you have to explain if Q is the amount of heat radiant energy emitted in time t by the perfect black body of the surface area A, the temperature T then will be Q by AT is equal to sigma into T raised to 4. Now for a body which is not black body, energy radiated per unit area per unit time is still proportional to the fourth power of the temperature, but is less than for the black body. For the ordinary, it will be R is equal to E into sigma into T raised to 4, where E is your emissivity of the surface. So this is how you have to state and explain the Stephan-Boltzmann law of radiation. So students, this is what the important article important point we have covered in this video. So the next part of this chapter we will be learning in the next video. Thank you so much.